Alright guys, welcome to Wasted Wisdom. Thanks for being here, thanks for joining us. We have a special guest today. It's Ashley.
Yay!
What's up, Ashley?
Hi guys.
Hi, Ashley.
Okay, Mark, just introduce the topic because I can't do that.
Well, the topic on this episode is masturbation and what is socially acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Can you be more specific?
So, alright, so I have a question here that I had come up with in the week because I was just thinking about a lot of things pertaining to sex and sexuality and attraction and the taboos of attraction.
Right.
And the question I came up with was, is it okay for your ex to keep explicit pictures or videos of you and masturbate to them? And there's a follow-up question to that. Is it okay to masturbate to pics or videos of people you know, that is friends and acquaintances, but you weren't intimate with them?
Yeah. So you see why I needed you to introduce this shit? Because I'm like, my mind has gone 10 different places for these two questions.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to start?
Let's start with the first question.
Yeah.
Is it okay for your ex to keep pictures of you and masturbate to them?
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, you can
please,
start.
please.
I'm going to say no. Honestly, well, really and truly, it can be yes or no. But personally, for me, I'm going to say no, and it's more because of a security purpose. I think with how life is nowadays, it's very easy for sensitive information to get into the wrong hands. And whether the relationship ended on a good note or not so good note, really and truly, that isn't something that you are currently exercising with the person. You're not having that kind of contact with the person. So really and truly, I kind of visualize it causing more harm than helping. It probably wouldn't be really good for you to have that constant stimulus attached to that person. You need to find that stimulus with somebody else, in my opinion.
I get that. So basically you're saying like, yo, if we break up, move the fuck on. Why you still like thinking about me like that and wait.
Basically. I know it takes time. Breakups are horrible and it takes time for you to move on. But I think there are certain things you have to make habits, or break habits, I should say. Habits for you to be able to move on. And I think for your masturbating activities, you need to keep your ex out of that. If you choose to, at least allow your ex to be aware. I think it's only fair that you let them know that I still have this. If they're okay with it and they know what you're doing with it, then fine. That's up to you guys.
So do you consider it like a form of consent?
Yeah, I think that consent would be important to me. I wouldn't want anybody to be having material like that and I'm thinking it's gone and you still have it. That'd be kind of a violation.
Every time you say ex, I hear eggs. So keep
when
your
I
eggs
say
out
ex,
of it.
What?
When Mark says it, when I say
you say it, yeah. Like
keep your ex.
Yeah.
Your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend.
But then that makes you wonder, can you even like stop them from masturbating to you? Supposed to like have images in their mind.
Yeah.
Well, honestly,
like,
that's
I've already
gonna happen.
watched this video like 19 million times.
Or I remember moments when we had good sex. And
Yeah.
So,
No, well, that's healthier, or I guess more natural, because especially if you recently broke up, you haven't had that kind of experience with anybody new, then they're going to be the last person you think about. So I guess that's a little easier to swallow.
But in line of what you just said, Ashley.
Yeah, but that's in your mind. That's not. Remember what I was saying before. My biggest issue with it is this is something that exists and can get into the wrong hands. So that's my issue with it.
True. Yeah.
That was my main issue with it. So it could have serious implications. It could end up all over the place, and nobody likes that. But really and truly, there really is nothing wrong with it if everybody is aware. Consent is important.
I have another point though, because I feel like there's going to be a divide with regards to like the male perspective and the female perspective. Because the female perspective is like, yo, you're gonna try and preserve certain things so that you know what, like your business up on the road, Ray. But if you're a youth, it's like my business up on the road. Man, big man,
big man, no, yeah, one.
Yeah, you sound like 3 inches. Yeah, you liked it?
Is it like that? Is it like
For some dudes, yes.
I think
Because even when I posted a question on Twitter, dude said, "Yo, he would be offended if she didn't."
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
So it's like I should leave a lasting memory on you.
Right.
And
You hear what you said? Memory. Memories are different from videos.
But where do you store the videos? On the memory on your phone.
It's brother, man.
I love Jason so
SD
much.
card,
Oh my
internal memory. I don't know. I'm just
How
saying.
many RAMs you have?
How much? Yeah, all right. See that? You get it. There you go.
Okay.
1 terabyte.
Yo, that's a fucking hell of a fucking sex tape, dog.
You know?
That's a sex diary.
Series.
Sex
That's
series. Seinfeld.
It's not the only fans.
Yeah.
Wow.
You just have you make a shitload of money, dog. You already have all that material. Just and it's not out there in the world. Just like put it out there. It's like overnight millionaire.
But you know, from my perspective, though, coming with a religious background, the question is masturbation even a good thing? You understand? I'm not saying I don't believe that it is a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying, religiously speaking, the Christianity basically says masturbation is a sin.
Which part of the Bible said that?
Bro, don't ask me that. Now you read the Bible and you tell me.
I'll tell you, no problem, alright. So this fuckface named, was it John Kellogg's, the same guy that made the cereal, basically was like, yo, you guys should stop jerking off because it's immoral and shit. He was the one who was like, yo, if you eat cornflakes, you'll stop jerking off. Did it work? No.
Yes, it
Him
did.
Right.
Mark is living proof.
Apparently, when you eat it with the milk, that's when you fuck up yourself. You should eat it raw. My bad.
Oh my God. But yeah, so there's so many dimensions and so much weight to this masturbation question. Because then first of all, is it right or is it wrong? And then the next question is it right or wrong to even be masturbating to someone who you broke off that intimacy with? Personally, I don't really care what my ex want to do with.
That's my answer as well.
Like, I don't care.
I really don't mind.
That's not gonna change the price.
But that's exactly why I'm saying like the difference in terms of male and female perspective. Because I wouldn't, as youths, you and me, we're not going to think about like, oh shit, what if we get out there in the wrong hands, blah blah blah. Dude, listen, I'm not saying girls aren't capable of revenge porn.
Yeah.
But that's just more of a fucker youth type thing.
Okay.
I'm not worried about that. And then and as Ashley rightfully said, the whole privacy thing, because how it was done, it was done in a secure manner. That's what I would say, in a secure manner. So I'm not worried about some Chinese couple all the way over there masturbating to videos of me in China.
That's actually kind of amazing though. Because like I don't know that. Because like when you think about it, it's like if you buck up on any of those amateur porn sites or whatever, and someone uploaded some shit, she could live from Luxembourg and then place there, right? And you jerk off to that, and it's like if she knew that, she might actually be like, wow. I don't know how the Luxembourg accent goes, but wow.
Woo.
Woo.
Oh,
You jerked off to me? That's amazing. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Jason. That's cool.
Smiley face, heart emojis.
Right.
This is you. Them would have called it a referral.
Oh wow.
So at least, so if it gets out there as a referral system, and like, oh, so this is what he's working with. All right, let me hit him up.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Boy, personally for me, it's just not my cup of tea. I've not really ever been interested in doing videos. I really think you should do what you're comfortable with. It's not my comfort. So at the very basic initial stage, there's no way I would have been in a position where I would have to worry about a video about me. So
the smart route.
But again, I understand persons want to explore different things with their partner once they're comfortable and they have their references when the partner is not available. That's cool. That can work for you if that can work for you. I can rely on my memory. My memory is awesome.
So what are you, Jason?
I mean, okay, so I still have nudes of my most recent ex. Do I have nudes of others? I don't know.
Dig it up.
Yeah, I have to go look for that in the archives, but like I have news of my most recent ex.
Archives.
Yeah. Hey man, everybody have
One of
a Google Drive, dog.
One of a museum.
Never a terabyte, remember?
I never said I had a terabyte. He was the one that
Mark said it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, a fucking shitty reputation, but reputation nevertheless shit. Anyway, but yeah,
References.
Oh, thanks. You go back to the references. But yeah, what was the question? Oh yeah, what I think. Yeah, so I still have stuff from her, but I don't ever jerk off to it because I just lost so much respect for her at a certain point in time that I'm like, yo, and
shit,
literally,
this got deep, bro.
yeah, but it's the truth.
Understand. Okay.
But literally, it's just last month. I was like, oh, remember that video that yeah, I remember that shit. This is me talking to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that shit.
You're creepy to yourself?
I am, yes.
Wow.
It's entertaining. I love to see it.
And I don't know why I talk like that too much. It's weird, dog.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very sinister.
His facial expressions, everything.
Yeah, scratching he has a beard too.
Wow.
Which makes sense, right?
That's funny, because I know you're going to be wondering, like, yo, how does your inner voice sound?
Jason has that down pat.
It's sinister. Sorry. But yeah. So he's just like, yeah. So I was like, yo, I wonder if she jerk off to that. I'm like, yeah, but she was kind of fuckery still, that. Yeah, she was, that's true. But she was kind of hot. And then he's like, wait a second, shouldn't I be saying that to you? I should be the bad influence. And I'm like, oh yeah, oops.
Right. Oops.
So, I don't know. And then I just didn't. Because I'm like, I thinking too much about this. And I'm tired.
And I'm glad you flipped the question to like, would you do it? And my answer to that is no, I wouldn't. I don't know. If it done, worse I'm in another relationship now, which is the next question, I wouldn't.
Oh, but shit.
And even if I wasn't in a relationship, I wouldn't.
But now that you said that, I'm like, but I did have nudes of another ex. And I did jerk off to those, like, after the fact. So, there's that.
Intriguing. Because
I didn't lose respect for her.
Well, that's a good point. That's a fair point.
But I wasn't in a relationship. If I was in a relationship, no, I wouldn't have done it.
And then the next thing is, whenever I enter a new relationship, I get rid of the old stuff.
That's smart.
Yeah, so I deleted everything.
I think it helps letting go. People don't understand when you hold on to certain things, you keep that energy in your life, and it can cause issues with your current situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this is happening to me.
Psych.
That's why this is
it's
happening
a real
to me.
thing, Jay. It really is.
Bro.
Oh God!
Burn down the museum.
Now I can finally have
put the hard drive in the microwave.
Let it go.
Now I can finally have more space on my OneDrive, my Google Drive, my media file, my Mega,
all the free clouds,
my Dropbox.
Oh no!
And free up my iCloud.
Yeah. So I think that's a healthier version to it. It's not just the fact that it'd be nice to have your history or whatever, but it's better to let go.
Let it go, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whatever it is, even the simple photos of the simple headshots or whatever.
I'm scared.
Well, I'll keep those. What I'll do is I'll back them up So they don't have to like be on my phone where it's like easy access.
Oh hell no, nigga. No, I can't keep them on my phone.
Right. I wouldn't, but I wouldn't say I would delete them. But they're in the cloud.
I delete everything.
Oh.
There's probably like, to be honest, there's probably like only 5 photos left.
Okay.
It depends on your connection. Oh.
Yeah, man, PG.
Okay.
Very PG.
Okay.
Does that matter though?
Yes, it
Because
does.
you can have a totally PG
That's
photo and you're just like, yo, or you remember that day and right after you take the photo, what happened? And so there's really no PG photo.
That's so true, dog. Fuck. That's a lot of pictures I have to get rid of now.
Watch it.
Free space.
Bring up the museum, brother.
Like, I thought this was going to be a fun and light podcast.
Man of them by time and date.
Now I have like an existential crisis in terms of like,
alphabetical order. So this is the day when we did this.
Yes.
dog.
Don't go through it. Just press all
This is
and
catalog
delete.
3
All delete.
of 300.
Can I be real with you right now? Can I be, I'm going to be fully vulnerable right now?
Yeah, man.
Like, if you use OneDrive, it will sometimes give you like, on this day.
Oh,
Yes.
listen.
I've been getting a couple of those since year, dog.
Oh
and I'm just
my
like,
God.
oh yeah. I feel like
Listen.
the fucking Kool-Aid, man.
I remember this day.
I want to know, do you know to turn it off? Because it is haunting me. I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, there's a way to turn it off.
I need to find out because certain things you don't need to be reminded of. I need to find out.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So this is a good segue into the next question, though. Like, do you think it's okay if your partner keep pictures of his ex or her ex and masturbate?
Not really.
Or for even some people, for him to keep him or her to keep pictures. Period. You know.
Jay, you want to go first?
I would say, alright, if you're jerking off to that, or like finger blasting yourself to that, or whatever.
Who says finger blast?
South Park.
Is this the 80s?
Nah, they show not that old shit. But I think, I don't know. To me, it's like, you see, this is the thing, because like for people, it's different. Some people can literally just be like, yo, honestly, I just did it to get off. I have no emotional connection to this person. I'm gonna talk to them. I'm gonna check for them. None of that, right? So, for those people, big up yourself. I am not one of those people. For me, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not gonna do that. I would like if the other person could reciprocate that. Personally, like, yeah, you leave the past as a past. I can't police your thoughts, obviously. So chances are it's gonna spring up in your head. You're gonna think about it and reminisce and swoon and ooh and ah and all that shit. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's totally.
But are you really over your ex if you can't get rid of the stuff?
Like, as in, like, delete the stuff?
Yeah.
From your phone? Or?
Yeah, from your phone.
It's hard to say. I don't know. I mean,
It's hard to say.
as I say, I still have my ex's stuff, but I have it. Honestly, now I think about, like, why do I have it?
So
The energy, Jay. The energy.
Search your soul, bro.
What are you saying in me? Man, I know that. Who you have it for?
Gee, wow, yo, dog. Just keep your enemy inside there, dog.
All right.
That's scary.
Can have the convo later.
I'm hurt. Fuck you. But yeah, I don't know. Now that you're saying this shit, I'm like, honestly, I don't even know why I have it.
My enemy sound like Obama.
Yo.
I want you to know
Yo.
that girl's ass was fat.
And we should put that in the Constitution.
Congress passed this bill. Obama out. Drop mic.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Well, yeah, something to think about though, bro.
Actually, you have the answer.
For me, I personally don't think it's appropriate. That's me personally. I get what you're saying. I remember when you said the point where you're like, oh, There are those people who just can use the material for material's sake. It's not that they have an attachment to the person. But that's what porn is for. You don't know the people in porn. So if that's the thing, use porn.
Next dimension.
Right? But then,
Alright,
if
go
it's that you want a more intimate touch and you want it to be of somebody that you've had interactions with, then that should be me, the person that you're with.
Yo, you said me, I got scared.
But that's how I feel though, really, Jay. If you feel that way, you make a phone call and I show up. If I'm unavailable, then you go to the next best thing.
I'm sorry. You want some water? It's right here. I'm sorry.
This is funny enough.
Yes, he's hilarious.
Yeah. Sorry, go to you.
Yeah, so if I'm unavailable, I can't attend to your needs at the time, then if you so acquire, then you go for some material. If that's what you need to get that fixed to move on with your day.
But you see, no, boy, so many dimensions.
You guys say what I'm going to say. So
Because
just say it.
some partners don't want it to be watching porn.
Oh shit.
Oh, I don't care.
In relationship.
I wasn't even going to.
I don't care. You can watch it with me. You can watch it without me.
Because some people see that as unhealthy.
Why?
And ask them.
Well,
I honestly, I'm a very strange person. I don't have a problem with it, but at the same time, I don't see its appeal because I don't use porn.
all right. I know. Why is that?
Because I'd rather use something I'm more attached to.
Exactly.
But then that's my
And that's where
preference.
Jason was going.
But that's my preference. Some people like porn. For instance, they're learning new tricks. They're seeing something that they might not necessarily want to experience themselves, but they're curious about it. Porn can be a source of information.
I
don't think you need to be all hung up over it.
No, I know. But if your partner's like you, actually, where basically they're like, yo, I want to think about someone I have an emotional connection with, not watch porn where it's just a bunch of strangers fucking. Like, I don't care about that. I want to see some shit that I know. So
That's what I'm here for.
okay, all right.
Part of the job description.
Okay.
Bulletin number 7.
Okay.
So that's so the requirements for being in a relationship with
I just
actually
like how the questions are flowing.
5 CXCs and what else?
Good communicator.
Good communicator.
Good heart. Honesty.
Is 5 CXCs for real?
Boy,
Or-
I
Maths and English, IT.
I don't really have much of a requirement for those things. Other things are more important.
Fair enough.
Money.
No.
Power.
No.
Washer dryer.
Solar water heater.
Fuck! Yo! I was just joking, but no,
Your light bill expensive.
I'm a win.
Fuck. Like,
I like how the questions flowing still, because then now the next question is it okay to masturbate to like friends or acquaintances who we have never had intimate contact with?
repeat that?
So is it okay to masturbate to friends or acquaintances who you've never had intimate moments with?
But what if I like them?
That's what I mean.
Oh.
You like them, but you're not in anything with them.
Yo, if that's not okay, then boy, I have to apologize to a lot of people.
I think we all.
Not me.
Yo, dog, I don't know. How? Big up yourself.
It
dog.
depends.
I don't feel like I have consent, bro.
Big up
No.
yourself.
It depends on the thought. No man.
I get.
You're
no,
thinking
I get
too
where it's
deep
coming-
into it.
No, but honestly, I get it. I think I was like this once upon a time, and then I was like, "Fuck that," and I did it anyway.
No, Jay, that's so worse.
Fuck that. I did it anyway. Yeah, my point.
Bro. No, bro. No. It does feel weird to me. It's creepy. It's creepy.
Do you? Alright, this is gonna sound somewhat like a pussy statement, my pussy question, but is it like you think to yourself, yo, what if, like, the girl found out and was like, Mark, I can read your mind, and I know.
No, it's not even about
Okay.
her finding out. It's just the is the word sanctity of it all?
Possibly, yeah. It's
Yeah,
probably right.
it's just like even like, alright, let's use Ashley for instance. Ashley is a friend. She's very attractive. Very, very attractive. Right? Right? Am I going to go home tonight and just remember that I saw Ashley today and be like, oh yeah, and then I pull out some coconut oil and
Oh shit, coconut oil?
You know what I mean? No, I wouldn't, because I'm going to feel like I don't have that intimacy with Ashley, and I don't think Ashley would feel comfortable knowing that I did that.
I have a question. Okay, let's say, and you're single in this context.
Yeah.
Let's say that you spent a great day with someone, and there was all these almost moments where things almost happened, and it just broke away because she's not sure. But clearly you can tell in terms of body language and pheromones and facial expressions and everything that's
Body
said
language.
and also not said.
Yeah.
You have all those different things, right? I know you go home.
Are you
by
saying
yourself.
I know that she's attracted to me?
Yeah, she like you. And you know,
She
and
say it?
okay, for this context, no, she didn't say it. But it is so obvious.
Her body said it.
Exactly.
Why, man, I know, bro. Man, I know. My mind work weird.
Okay.
I'm going to feel weird.
Oh, I think that's awesome.
Okay.
Mark, big up yourself. Mark got brownie points, guys.
Why?
And I know it sounds.
Yes, let me tell
I
you.
know it sounds juvenile, but it's just my thing. It does feel weird.
Honestly, I'm not even criticizing. I think it's admirable.
It
I
is.
can't
That's
do
why
it,
I said brownie
but
points.
It does feel weird, brother.
Okay.
I don't know.
I just want brownie points too for being a degenerate. That's all.
You get a different brownie.
It does feel
Pot
weird
brownie.
to
Okay,
me,
cool. I
dog.
can do
So,
Yo.
you know, I'd rather go and pour in her bar or something, go look for what's her name again? I can't remember her name right now.
You know their names?
I mean, that's a different. And that's a different
Stacy.
story. That's a different story altogether.
Wow.
Skin diamond.
Alright, so it's not, but I don't do this. I don't really watch porn like that.
See that? See that now?
There you go.
To each his
Because for
own.
me,
Find-
it's just
find somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then now you're going to be like, but didn't the thought of Ashley inspire that? I was like, well, I'm not jerking after Ashley, so.
yeah. I still think you're in the clear. Yeah, I wouldn't vilify you for that at all. Actually, did you answer this question?
No.
Go ahead, please.
I'm thinking about it. Honestly, I've never thought about it before. Like, I hear Jay's example that he gave a while ago, and it reminds me of a specific relationship I had with somebody years ago. I was in college, and the world thought we were in a relationship. And we just got along so well as friends, but there was obvious sexual tension. And I remember one night, we're just like, yo, fuck it, let's just try. And we made out, well, we tried to make out, and it was the most awkward thing ever. And it just killed everything. And every single thought I had about the person just disappeared in that context completely. So I get what you're saying. And personally for me, I guess it just depends on what you're interested in and what you like. I kind of am on the line and on the fence about how I feel about whether it's okay or not okay, but definitely don't tell the person. Whether they
I'd agree with that. Definitely
don't tell them. I think we make it super
That
awkward.
would be so weird.
Super, super awkward. Whether they are or are not attracted to you, it will change something. Something. It will. Listen, I've gotten that already. It's the most disturbing thing. Like,
Oh my
the
God, are
things
you
they
kidding
say,
me?
like what I would do to you and what I've done to you in my dreams. And I'm just like, is this supposed to be doing something?
Okay, dog.
Is this supposed to be a lie now? It's disturbing. So like,
The dark side of being attractive.
oh wow.
Attractive woman.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I can't speak to this. I don't know, but because I figure girls get this all the time, where it's just like, yo, you know, I wanted this to you and that to you and da 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 da, and it's like all unsolicited.
And it's creepy as fuck.
Came
There
in
you
your
go.
eyes.
Wow, Mark. Of all the places,
Oh man!
eyes.
Wow.
Oh my.
But yeah, I don't really. I've never thought of the question, but definitely, I would say, do not tell the person. That's a clear decision. Because unless you're trying to make a move, it's gonna make it awkward.
I can't imagine telling someone that I don't even talk to like that. Like I don't like. There's no relationship. Like, hey, I jerked off to you. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, well, you wouldn't, because I'm telling you now, right?
And I don't know what it means.
Pass Stacy and say, hey Stacy, we had a great time last night.
What you talking about?
Don't worry yourself, man. We know what you're talking about. You see?
No, and you see, that's so interesting because that could be a way of
weird.
flirting.
So weird.
Yeah.
I know people who flirt like that. I dreamt about you last night, and we all know 9 times out of 10 it's a sexual dream.
Yeah. Like I dreamt about you and
But the dream's different, in it. You can't control a dream.
Well, technically, sometimes you can't control a thought. You just have to nip it in the bud if it's a thought you don't want to have. But sometimes it just honestly jump. That never happened to you before. You've never prayed somebody, and all of a sudden a thought just fly up in your head.
Actually, you know, I listened to what I said earlier. I said that the thought would come,
And
and
then
I replace it with something else.
Oh, yes. Yes, he did say that.
dying puppies.
Find porn. No, he said, or link it to porn.
Because again, I'm a human being, of course. You see a girl and you meet her and it's just great, you're like, Channel star. Whew. And then you say, alright, you know what? I'm going to sit up X and XX.
Oh, you have some good self-control. That's good.
I don't think
Look,
Brownie points, Mark.
Honestly, I really don't call it self-control. Because again, I just literally feel weird if I go and do that and I know you or anybody, any other female would not feel comfortable with that.
So hold on.
But they aren't a part of the situation.
I know they're not a part of the
It's in
situation,
your head.
but it just feels
So
weird.
who I am in your head is not me.
All right. No, new hypothetical. So a girl says like, "Hey guys," so and it's someone you like, and she's like, "Hey guys, so just putting this out there in case you're wondering, like, if you jerk off to me tonight or any night for that matter, that's totally okay. You have my consent. Anybody, you can do it. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. See you later, guys. And you're attracted to her. Would you then do it?
What do you mean?
Very direct.
Very direct, you know what
She just needed to have said Mark. Mark, I'm talking
so
to you.
no-
because I know other person will hear this and I'm like, well, how you watch porn? And you don't know those girls, but they put the content out there for that purpose.
Oh,
true. They signed that
yes.
contract.
You understand? That's
Yes,
what the
yes.
content is there for. You understand? So I don't feel comfortable knowing so I see this at B and we're friends and then all of a sudden I go and I'm like, yo, grease up with some shea butter and coconut oil and
Man,
nah, brother.
What a concoction.
listen. And all I'm really thinking about my hair, and that's not putting my hair. That's just a disturbing
I don't do
attachment.
Any of that shit. Y'all niggas too fancy. So
It's good for your hair, Jay.
So alright, so now I have another question now. I get what you mean. Anyway. So
I don't have any,
So let me ask you this, right? So like your party would have been, right? And like, you're having a great time, right? And like the whole time you're at party, you just stiff the whole fucking time, dog. Like you're going to go home, or you're going to be stiff as well.
It has happened.
No, hold on. So then now it's like, you're about to part ways, and you say, Stacy, since it's constantly Stacy we're talking about, Stacy, like, we're having such a great time. I had such a great time with you tonight. Oh, thanks, Mark, me too. All right, do I have your consent to jerk off to you tonight? You gonna do that?
No.
Okay.
That's weird.
But what if she said yes?
No. Okay.
Then you're going to do it. All right.
You know what's interesting? I listened to Jason's example a while ago, and boy, us as humans, we're very strange creatures. When you have an interaction with somebody, you don't really necessarily only pay attention to what they say. You listen, you watch their body, how they do certain
React
things,
to
they
the
touch you,
nonverbals,
they
yeah.
So those things can give you consent. You don't have to wait for them to say, I am giving you consent. As long as you listen.
We're segueing on different topic, because
Ashley, listen.
careful with that, no energy.
Exactly.
No.
Careful with that.
When I said, I never said touch, I'm talking about thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was talking about. I wasn't talking about contact. Because yes, consent is important. She has to say yes for sex. Yes.
Yeah, all right.
That's not what I was referring to. I was referring to you then being okay with exploring that in your mind. I don't think you need to wait for her to say this is okay, or for you to throw it out and say, hey, this is okay.
No,
Once you have that
I wonder if you're
interaction.
misinterpreting me though, because if I'm not saying I'm not going to think about how sexy she is. I'm not going to visualize her naked. We're human beings. I can see that. But am I then going to go into the act of, oh, Stacy? Nah.
And I've been over on the kitchen table.
Nah.
No?
Stacey's mom's got it going on.
Nah. It's funny you said that because I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah?
Her
Yeah,
mom?
very good.
Because Jesse's mom is
Oh, yes, that song.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, we're so old. Okay.
You know the guy that sang that died?
He did?
Oh, God, we'll kill it again.
Sorry, but
Just we're trying to not make it dark.
it's been that bad here, guys. I'm just saying.
But
Sorry, continue.
Where? So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if it's a psychological issue. I don't know if it's really a problem. It's just my thing.
it's not a problem.
I don't think it's a problem.
Don't think it's a problem.
It just don't feel right.
It's
to me.
different, and I honestly think it's good. It's a safe place to be in. There's no ambiguity. There's no issue. Brownie points, Mark. Big up yourself.
Even want the brownie points, because I still feel weird. Because I feel like
You
the
shouldn't.
Feel like the odd one out.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't be the odd one out. There's no way I would do it. I don't even really practice masturbating, so
See all that now, different topic that you know.
that's not really my cup of tea. And trust me, I feel like the odd one out a lot of the times with that. So it shouldn't feel strange.
I don't know. It just feels very weird.
We're all weird. Right, Jay?
What?
We're all
Oh,
weird.
yeah. We
We're all
are.
in this together.
Yep. We are.
Yeah.
So convincing.
Yep. We're in a voice, not a voice.
I didn't want to put him on blast like that. You know what I mean? But yeah. No, but honestly, because even I still feel weird about it, because I'm like, I don't know, dude. Because like, even when I do it, it can fluctuate. Because I can do it like quite a bit to the point where I'm like, what is sex? Why I need it again? I don't even remember. Like, I just feel great. You know what I mean? But then other times I'm like, yeah, nah, this is not enough.
Chemicals, bro. The chemicals inside there, brother.
I suppose so.
So you must stop eat chicken, bro.
Because the hormones.
So people say, bro.
Well, it depends on what sex means to you.
True.
I think-
and that is really what it is. What does sex mean to you, and how do you express yourself sexually?
Yes.
That is really what it boils down to. You know what I mean? You have couples where feel comfortable doing missionary every day.
Ooh.
And that's them thing. You can't knock them for that. And there are people who want to have sex twice every day. That's them thing. You can't knock them for them. Them thing. You have couples who want to go once a month. That's them thing. You understand? But when them go once a month, them go crazy. You understand? Some BDSM, all sort of weird shit. You understand? But that's them thing. Yeah, that's them thing. You know? So it's
Unusual,
really
not weird.
Yes.
Unusual.
Yeah,
Things that aren't of the vanilla
Right.
type.
Yes, that's the proper way to put it.
Yes. Because nothing is wrong with it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anything is wrong with it. This is also how you express yourself. Like people with foot fetish and everything there.
Right. Not just that alone. I wouldn't even just say the frequency as well as what it means. For some persons, it's just a physical act to release themselves. For some people,
a spiritual light.
Some people show their partner that they love them that way. And that is how they feel love. That's how they feel connected to their partner through having sex. A lot of people relate to it differently.
Yeah, man,
it's attached to how we grew up.
You ever heard
trauma
of a thing
around
called, like,
sex.
feather play?
Oh, yes.
You understand? So, like, that's literally all it is. Just a feather.
All of your body.
All over the body.
Yeah.
And she come from that?
Yes.
Mad. Fuck.
Yo, Jay, your mind powerful. That's all I have to say.
So mine is very powerful. You have people who like the little hot wax thing.
Honestly, sometimes some of these fetishes, I feel like they stem from something from childhood.
Of course.
That's what I said. Mm-hmm.
Of course they do.
But then I'm like, so what? Like, then they watch Sesame Street and say Big Bird and they just got that fetish over him.
Wow, Jason.
No, my fault.
Okay, I wasn't going there.
No, my fault.
So in the background, Sammy.
Oh my god. No. You guys are ruining my childhood. Can we not?
Bumbleclat.
I plead the fifth.
Wet up now.
Oh, Jesus.
That's an expression guys use. Wet up?
No.
Why? I'm trying to be the girl in this.
Oh,
Granted, with a very demonically female
That's
voice,
what I was
but yeah.
saying.
Sorry. Yeah. No framing, please. But yeah.
Wow.
I really wasn't connecting that Jay.
Wow.
Just generally, some persons are more sensual than
Sorry for
others.
people who are here, the recording, you know.
I'm not.
Might have to do some editing.
You could have
guys.
turned it off.
Probably washing the dishes and saying, "What the hell?"
What
to go
the
them
hell is this?
headphones.
What is this?
Angry tweet.
Wasted Wisdom J8, guys. Remember, that's the handle.
You just throw it in right now.
I mean, all the publicity.
Yeah, there you go. No such thing as bad publicity.
True.
Oh boy.
True.
So wait, we're good on this topic. You want to get to the questions or something
Yeah,
else
we-
you want to talk first?
I think we're good on this topic.
Yeah.
We're good, Ash.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Bottom line, guys, just make sure your partner is aware.
Consent
is important. Communication is important. Respecting your partner is important. So that needs to be a conversation you have with them.
And respect yourself.
And respect
Respect
yourself.
yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And love yourself and all of that nice.
I laugh, but it's true. Like,
It's true,
seriously,
yes,
respect
yes.
yourself. For real.
That should be a topic by itself.
That's true.
Respect and love yourself. Self-care.
Okay. All right, on to the questions. All right, so the question for this week is, how do you love yourself when you make a mistake?
How do you love yourself when you make a mistake?
Yeah.
Father God.
Because it basically implies, like, yeah, if I make a mistake, I can't love myself. But that's what a lot of us do.
So, you see why this question is a deep one? Because now you require people to go back into them childhood.
A theme of wasted wisdom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when I was a child, I was very hard on myself because of what my parents required.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? They would require you to be this upstanding church guy because they were leaders in the church.
You have to reflect
And
them.
you have to reflect them. So it's almost like, I would say your child would get cut in half because you don't get the chance to really be a child because of the expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Things that regular children would do, you know, I'd still get beaten and box up feet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, lies, I never got boxed in the face, guys. But I got beaten though. You understand? And I don't know. Having this discussion like outside of this forum with other people, they'd always say I'm a weird child because I realized from early, like moving into my teenage years, that the expectations that my parents had of me was unrealistic, and it didn't make me any less of a human to make mistakes. Because of observing other humans around me, seeing that they too
We're fucking up.
exactly, and they were still living and still achieving.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And so after a while I learned to love myself after making mistakes, because guess what? I'm a human being. I don't know everything.
Exactly.
And I'm learning. So
To err is human.
exactly. And that's how I love myself.
Mm.
Yeah, because I'm a human and I make mistakes because I don't know everything.
True thing. You want to tackle this, Ashley?
Boy, I'm listening to Mark, and really and truly, if more of us were like Mark, then the earth would be a better place.
Don't do that! Why are you doing this?
Honestly,
They said that his head grew 10 times that day.
really, Jay? Honestly, the the path you are on, adults, way into life, still don't figure it out yet. I think, unfortunately, we have to go through some trauma and make some mistakes to really get the wisdom that helps us and gives us the tools that we need. Really and truly, self-love and self-care is not spoken about enough. And boy, I am definitely all about that, definitely. But I think what you need to realize is two things. One, when you make mistakes, then you need to take the positive out of it. You need to grow from it. You need to do the things that you need to do to make sure that you don't repeat that mistake again and move forward. And you become a better person because of it.
And if you make the mistake again, it's okay.
It's okay because you still would have learned something.
Exactly.
You still would have learned something, even if it is that you never did learn.
That's what failure teach me, man.
Yes. And the second thing is, I think for some persons, they use it as a crutch and they sometimes pity themselves and get into this repetitive cycle where they might get depressed or have very self-deprecating thoughts and really become negative and have a lot of negative energy. And I also believe that that's a possibility, but we have to understand that it's a part of the process.
Yeah.
You have to make mistakes to grow. No one just gets up and does things and makes no mistakes at all. And sometimes it's the big mistakes we learn from. So I am one of those persons who welcome those kind of failures because it will make you stronger in the end.
Agreed.
So it have to be a part of it. It have to be a part of it.
For me, I feel like if you can't love yourself after you made a mistake, are you really loving yourself at all?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's like, oh, you did this good thing, that good thing, people rate you for this and that. That's easy. That's easy because you're getting that positive reinforcement from around you, right? And that ends up being an issue because you could make a mistake as a kid and okay, I got it wrong. Okay, cool. But then you see the people around you react.
Right.
And then it's like, oh, so I'm a fuckery youth. Okay. And now you have this notion in your mind that you are fuckery, that you are bad, that you are wrong. And then you live your life
than everybody else.
Exactly. Because hey, no one else said this shit. No one else did this shit. It was just me. So clearly, I'm inherently flawed. And that notion is perfect to derail anybody's life. And
so even telling my story, I know other persons it's not as easy for them to see the difference because again, if you see your parents as superheroes and you want to always measure up to their expectations, then you're going to always feel like, yo, General Star, especially if your parents like comparing you to people.
Oh, fuck, man.
You understand?
Or siblings.
Or siblings. You understand? You're going to always feel like, oh my God, I have to try and measure up to Tom because Tom has been getting all these praises from my father and I'm not getting it. Why isn't my father, why isn't he affirming me? Why isn't he validating my accomplishments? Why isn't he helping me to acknowledge my failures as lessons? You understand? Instead, if I fail, you just fail and you're done and Tom are the bright one.
Even though Tom I sell drugs outside of the school.
You understand? But because your father don't know that, you know?
Exactly. How dare you talk about Tom, the upstanding A student of Mark's prep school.
Yeah, don't call me.
You understand? And so and that's why I say over time. Because it wasn't like snap a finger and figure it out. It was over time because I did go through a period of like, yo, General Star, probably really not measure up, you know. Because see the person get A's and the person get for go Kingston, go get ice cream or whatever. You understand? I mean, I get ice cream and I get KFC and them thing that because not performing how my parents would want me to perform. And then you have the church aspect where you're expected to be, because you're a minister's child, you're expected to be up there participating And that's really not what you want. All you want to do is play music or chat to your friends. You understand?
Yeah.
And so all these high expectations weigh you down, and then it's after a while when you start observe other people for who they really are, and you're having the conversation with other people, you get to realize that, wait, no, brother, but I'm not just as normal as these people are. Some of them even better than them. You understand? And it's just to realize that, yo, you know what? All of these expectations don't make no sense. Not saying I'm not going to set goals and try to achieve them.
Sure. Yeah.
But on the journey towards those goals, if I fail, that's a lesson. Take my lesson and try again. You understand? If I, as an adult, if I drive in my car and I get a flat, am I gonna leave the car on the side of the road and just turn back? No, man.
Car, you failed me. Piece of shit.
I'm gonna change the tire and continue upon my journey, right? And there's no avoid the bag of patrol them or find a better road.
Yeah. Fuck Nissan.
Or be more aware of your tire condition.
Exactly.
Yeah. So there's things that you can take from it. But I hear what you're saying, Mark. I think a part of it too is, besides the fact you shouldn't compare yourself to others, really and truly, a lot of the building that you need to do is within yourself. Self-love, self-acceptance.
Service your car.
Service the car is true. And ensure that really and truly all of the validation that you need, all of the love that you need really should come from yourself. And then you can share aspects of it with other people. That is something that I learned very recently, that it's not wise to constantly try and get sources from outside. You need to try and be self-sufficient.
Exactly.
You need to give the self the love that you need, the assurance that you need, build up yourself, do all of the yoga and self-talk and all of the things that help. Everybody has a different way of helping themselves. But it is important. You come at this world by yourself, you're going to leave this world by yourself. So you are your best company.
Agreed. If I could add one more thing to this, I would say there's like a whole bunch of different aspects to, or a bunch of different aspects that make up who you are, right? So there's the emotional self, there's the mental self, there's the actions that you do every day, there's your likes and dislikes, the people that you're attracted to, what you do for a living. There's all these different things, and there's also just like the shadow stuff, the stuff you don't know about yourself, right? The stuff that you shoved into the background, all those things. So to me, I feel like, yo, when a lot of people, we could probably say, yeah, they probably don't love themselves. But to me, what I think that means is that it's not that they don't, there's obviously things about them that they love.
Oh, good man.
But it's really the things that they absolutely abhor about themselves, or certain experiences that they are having, that make them really just resent themselves. And then you see it in their behavior, you see it in their conduct, and you see how that inner pain spills out onto other people.
Yes.
Right? And for me, it's like, that's why I said earlier that, like, yo, you see, if you're not loving those things, are you really loving yourself? Because it's easy to love the things that you like, and it's easy to love the things that everyone gives you positive reinforcement for.
That's true.
But for the scary stuff, the hard stuff, the difficult stuff, like, yo, you have to literally embrace that.
Yes.
You have to embrace those negative things, because they're not actually bad. And if you could just give yourself the chance to just like, yo, I embrace this thing about myself. Right? Like, for example, yo, a common one, like, oh, you know, I got dumped in this relationship, and so I feel like my self-worth is under question or whatever, right? So you said, like, so you're angry. It's like, yo, okay, you know what? I accept the fact that I'm angry. Enough people make it a bad thing that they're angry.
Emotions are okay, bro.
Exactly. Right? You're feeling it. But I can guarantee you this, is if you constantly hate on the fact that you're angry, you're never going to get over that shit.
And just going to get angrier.
Exactly. And then you're going to take
confused.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take out that same pain onto your next relationship, and you're going to be like, where the fuck did this come from?
And to be honest too, going back to the childhood thing, be careful that even as adults, you're not making your parents superheroes.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
As an adult,
yeah.
you're still seeing your parent as some superhuman, not realizing that they're just regular
Children.
human beings like us. You understand? Yes, they have more experience. No, we're not going to negate that, but that doesn't negate the fact that they don't know everything.
Yeah.
You understand? So be careful that you're still holding you like subconsciously holding yourself to that standard that really isn't you.
Yeah, take them off the pedestal, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the same level as them. That's really what it is. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. Okay. Well said, guys. You have anything else you want to add?
And I would just add, if there's something you don't like, change it. You're not a tree. So it's not enough for you to accept the bad parts of yourself. That's important. But if you really don't like it, because accepting it is not the same as liking it. If you don't like it, change it.
Yeah,
Do
if you don't
things
want
to
to keep
change
it,
it.
yeah, change
you're
it.
overweight, you're going to lose some weight.
If you don't like that you're selfish, be
It'll
nicer.
be nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Very
Go
true.
through the steps and take the measures to be nicer.
Very true.
Yeah.
Well, Ashley, thanks for being here. It was a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, guys. This was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
We have to do
a
this
lot.
again.
We will definitely. Mark can barely hold his excitement. But yo, guys, it's been real. Another episode of Wasted Wisdom in the Books. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next week. Take care.